Hi, Mothman. Welcome to Point Pleasant. Oh, that's right, you're already here. Well, welcome to my viewers. We're going to take a walk around and explore the town. Not the museum today. A lot of things are closed today. However, eventually I will do another video on the museum, but wanted to give you a tour of one of the coolest towns around and let you see what all they offer here. Some wonderful state park, flood wall, some other stories. So let's get started on this small town adventure of Point Pleasant. Yeah, by look at the clock, wow, it just moved there. That was cool. You can tell I'm early, not to get into many places, but I love the clock, and it's right near Mothman, so Mothman always knows what time it is. Yes, Point Pleasant has the world's only Mothman museum. Been in there a few times, highly recommend it. Point Pleasant Trading Company? Don't know if I've been in this store or not, but looking through the windows, it is very cool. Mason Jar Antique and Craft Mall. I have been in here before, and I always tell people, if you're into antiques, definitely come to Point Pleasant. Excellent. And for those of you that watches my channel about car shows, July 22nd. Bible bookstore. And I'm becoming more and more amazed how many small towns actually have their own jewelry stores. Ben Franklin Company, those of you watching this video, let me know about this lot here. Love to know the history of it. You go over here and you see an old mail pouch mural and some other things on there. It looks pretty cool. Creative Co-op. Going walking down the streets here. One of the pretty cool things about this town is buildings are full, at least so far. I've got to get back down here when these places are open. River City Register, River City's Tribune. If you're into quilting things, day and night guilds. I say most of the buildings are full, but there, just like some other towns, there are some that's not. But they have it to where you can rent the buildings. So if you're interested in bringing a business here, right here is who you call. A lot of people tries to tell me Vandalia was the actual name of one of the first names for the state. It was not. It was actually the proposed new colony, and you can see it was visited by many early explorers. Daniel Boone had a trading post here, but one of the things is Point Pleasant was proposed as the capital of the new colony. Now, the new colony obviously never came into existence, but that's a nice little fact to add to anyone who's watching this who's a big West Virginia history fan. Remembering the men of Mason County who made the supreme sacrifice in World War II. We thank you for your service. And I thank your families for their sacrifice. To the memory of all men of Mason County, West Virginia, who made the supreme sacrifice in the World War. This would be the First World War. Again, thank you. Tragic event happened on December 15th, 1967. The Silver Bridge will collapse. It was the first I-bar suspension of its type in the U.S. Had rush hour, Christmas traffic, and the I-bar will fail. The I-bar joining well was identified as the cause. Resulted in 31 vehicles falling into the river, killing 46 and injuring 9. And as a result of this, the National Bridge Inspection Standards were passed in 1968. What you're seeing here is a mural. This is where the Silver Bridge went across the Ohio River. Memory of the 3 officers who gave their lives in the line of duty, Mason County jail explosion, March 2nd, 1976. The old State Theater is closed now. Love the sign, Springs Deer Shop Local. Love to be able to get in there and take a look around. Love the old ticket booths. Remind me a lot of the old movies where you just come out and get your tickets out here. But they do make good use of the marquee. A little bit of everything in the town. Really come down here, do the historical parts, which is a very historical town, do the Mothman stuff, and also do a lot of your shopping. Excellent things. Wow. Love this. Love this. We have the bear here and fine grooming, men's grooming and hair products. Make sure you bring cash. Looks like it used to have the barbershop pole, but this is a cool sign. Another salon. Going down the street, we'll leave this on there because you can see in the background a sign for the Historic Hotel. I want to show you this gallery first. Wow. And now we get to the Historic Hotel, which I've heard some ghost stories about. All right, so that was like a ceiling fan for me there. Now back to this. Yeah, the Historic Hotel. Has heard some very interesting ghost stories, very other interesting stories. Don't know if they're true or not, but it would be worth checking out. If you're coming to Point Pleasant, you need to come into the park on the other side of the flood wall to see a lot of the history of the town. But not just that, it has some of the most beautiful scenes. And if you're into picture taking, this is the place. Staying on top of the amphitheater just to give you an overview of the river, the bridges, Stunning. Down here, you can go to the park. And if you want to screenshot this out of my video, I would suggest that. This gives you a location of all the spots in Point Pleasant. Excellent. You know where to go to. Job well done. The artwork on this flood wall is amazing. And if you follow this all the way down through, you can learn the history of Point Pleasant. It is probably one of my two favorite flood walls that I've seen, and definitely in West Virginia and maybe the nation. I'm going to show you a little bit of it here, show you bits and pieces. I'm not going to show you the whole flood wall. This video would be quite long, but come down here, take a look at this. Well worth the time walking down here. And the people, last time I was here, I ended up talking to a group of guys that were veterans, invited me over to their conversation, had a great 45 minute conversation with them. Did want to hit on this one very quickly. For those of you who have had before West Virginia history, this is Lord Dunmore's War I was telling you about. Chief Cornstalk, General Andrew Lewis. Again, same park, so walking down there, get tired, you got some benches right there. Lord Dunmore himself. Been here numerous times. That's the first time I saw that up into the picnic pavilion. Not only does it tell Point Pleasant history, it tells U.S. history, or in this case, soon to be U.S. history. Not quite a country yet, but we're working on it at this point in time. I'm back in the past. Obviously, we're a country now, but no, when this mural was what it was depicting. Talked earlier about the proposed Vandalia colony, and this is what it would have looked like. Daniel Boone. In front of me, by the Ohio River, is Mad Ann Bailey. Behind me, we're going to go backwards apparently, is the mural for her. The walk along the river brings you to this park. Very historical park, so let's go take a look. Chief Cornstalk, 1727 to 1777. This is a water panther stone. Made by the Walter Panther clan, which was Cornstalk's clan. If you're down here at the right time, which is after May 1st, you can come to the Mansion House Museum. Memory of the Revolutionary War soldiers buried in Mason County. Gives you a listing there. And even if you're not really into history, you can come down here. They have these all around. You can sit here, and this is your view. The magazine monument dedicated to those militiamen who were buried in the magazine in the surrounding battlefield on October 11th, 1774. Colonel Andrew Lewis, 1720 to 1781. This monument is dedicated to the Battle of Point Pleasant. I've walked through this town numerous times, and I've seen the American Legion Post 23, but I never looked behind it to see these murals. Well done. Coffee and baked goods. And a store I have yet to go into. Seems like it never works out for me, but Bunker 304, I've got to try this out sometime. Mothman and myself thanks you for coming along on this small town tour of Point Pleasant. If you haven't had a chance to come down here, make some time. Spent about almost 2 hours here this morning. Had a great time. Love coming back to this town. So again, thank you for coming along. Mothman says thank you again. And Mothman tells you, hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you're notified when I release some more videos. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like Mothman, give him a thumbs up also. I hope to see you on my next video.